Hello, Patreon members. This is a bonus process video lesson. I'm recording live here and I'm trying out a couple new ideas. And this is when I'm going to do some of these live recordings of lessons. In particular, this is my process video lesson series, which is at the platinum tier level. However, I am going to record some of these live and invite all Patreon members at all tier levels to this. And sometimes it's spontaneous, and I'll say, okay, I'm starting a lesson here, quote lesson, 15 minutes prior, or just I'm going to start it live. So if you want to join in, you can join in live with me. And however, I am having everybody muted so I can go ahead and be the focus on this and not take questions for this particular one. I'll try out some other ones as well, where again, these are just for all tier levels on Patreon as live, and then most likely they'll be posted again at the platinum tier level, which is for this, the bonus process video lessons. In the process lessons is basically me kind of working through some things, and I think that really helps hopefully you all as well on, kind of some things that will come up when you're looking, in this case, at a lead sheet. We're looking at Hark, the Herald, Angels Sing, a popular Christmas song. And we're going to just kind of examine a solo guitar arrangement. So this one is from the fake book here, the Christmas fake book, Hal Leonard fake book. You can see down there in case you want to purchase it from Hal Leonard. And here we go. We're just going to start and kind of analyze it as we go through it. So to me, I see it looks like it's in the key of G. Key of G means G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, D 7, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and G major 7. This is just a good exercise to always kind of go through these grip chords. G major 7, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and just be able to walk through the scale. And of course there's other voicings that we can do too, but this is generally when I'm just playing, solo jazz guitar. I'll try to use those shapes as much as possible. They're relatively easy to grab, and that's starting on the 6th string root and the 5th string root. However, for solo guitar arranging, I'll often be on the top 4 strings as well, quite a bit. So that's another important aspect. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it. We're just going to go phrase by phrase, and this will probably be about a 20-minute process video lesson here. Okay, so and as things come up, we'll discuss some options, and explore is a word I like to say. I like to try out a few different ideas because, well, I don't have a particular arrangement for this, so this is my process again. So that's the tune for the first phrase here. So I see, this is again what I'm thinking. D is the 5th of G. So I've got this G major 7. I'm barring across, and I'm getting the bass note here. I want it kind of a fatter sound. And why am I barring across, you're wondering? When I could just do this? Because I know I'm going to want this G here. So by doing this, I can, and I'm doing finger style, and then I could grab the G here, all on one shape. And this is very important too. If you could just grab one shape and not have to move your hand, it's going to sound more connected, legato, or flowing, not detached, unless you want that sound. I want it to sound full and ringy. Now the A minor 7, the G is the flat 7. We can do this if you want, and that's really pretty. Okay, if you want that A minor 7 here, and that's just this shape with the G on top. You can do 4 strings or 5, where I'm using my pinky. Not really classical guitar technique to use your pinky, but that's okay. Again, do what you need to do. You might even use a pick. I like that. We'll examine some other ideas. The F sharp is just an 8th note. You can do it as a quarter if you wanted to, but we'll follow the rhythm. And then B minor 7, and notice I just grabbed the F sharp as a single note here. B minor 7 with the G on top. Okay, so G's not in a B minor 7 chord. That's kind of just a G major chord of B minor's the sub. I'm going to do this B minor 11 here. I'm going to add the G on here. Okay, so we got B, E, A, D, G. There's no F sharp. We're taking F sharp and substituting it here. Okay, another option would be to do it here. I'm just going to show you some other options right away. By the way, the other option for A minor 7 would be here. So I'm just this is kind of a hack I like to do, is just bar across A minor 7 at the 5th fret here, and then adding on the G. I'll show you one more A minor 7 again, since we're kind of working out some exploring chordal options. You think C triad? You put A in the bass. This is a go-to shape for me. I often use it when I want to have some voice leading 6th or do 2-5-1. So we kind of have 3 A minor 7s. You can also do that here. C triad with the A in the bass. And you can get this if you want to do kind of a la Johnny Smith. But I don't want to work hard. These are supposed to be very playable. Just like, play it on the spot. Just, working out some ideas ahead of time, which is what we're doing right now. I like that. And then this we could do here. And this is a nice shape. I opted for it up here instead of down here. But same thing. And I'm just doing 4 notes. You could do 5. But I'm just going to do these. So there's no E in there. It's not a B minor 11 anymore. It's just B, A, flat 7, D. That's your minor 7. And then the G as a color note. Okay, and that's just a sub again for the G major. The 3 is a sub for the 1. There you go. We'll grab the shape. So now I'm going to review, make sure it flows. Okay, that's nice. However, I'm not done auditioning some ideas. I want to try the A minor 7 like this. And then I'm going to go to the F sharp here. And then this B minor with the G added on, flat 6. Let's call it B minor flat 6. Let's try that. That flows better, so I will probably do that. And then the A minor, this note here, is a B. That's the 9. My go-to shape is thinking C major 7, put the A in the bass. That's A minor 9. That's a good trick. Again, you're going to learn a lot of beautiful substitutions and tricks here. Yeah, I'll say that again. You see A minor, you think C major 7, and that gives you the 9. I'm going to stop just for a second to explore this. This is where I always recommend learning your C major 7 inversions. That's one of them, C major 7. That's another one. You can do it this way too. And this way. That's with the rear top, C major 7. But check it out, when you put the A in the bass, I'll start with this one here. This is a beast down here. It's E, B, C, G. E, B, C, G. It's a true C major 7. But listen to it with the A in the bass. Isn't that gorgeous? It's an A minor 9. And then here's the next one, just easy to grab. That's my cat Daisy, by the way. She's checking out, see what I'm doing here. That's beautiful too. And then the root. And then this one. So again, this is a good trick. That's thinking A minor 9, but I'm thinking C major 7 inversions. And in this case, we can thump out that bass on the open string. That's easy. All right, so again, I'm going to be sharing a lot of these little things with you. That's the beauty of studying chord melody. So on the word sing here, second measure, it's going to be pretty dense, but I'll get through it with you. And then D7, it says A. I'm just going to go to D9. Now D9 also consists of F sharp half dim. It's pretty inside, not this flat 9, but just a half dim, not fully dim on the F sharp. This is the thing I'm doing. I'm subbing out. I might just play F sharp half dim. I'll play here. It's a nice grab chord. So A minor 9, F sharp half dim. I'll try it again. A minor 9 here, F sharp half dim. If you want to put the D in the bass to get the bass, by all means do so. Now the next chord is on the word glory, it's G major 7 with the 5th on top, the D. This is my grab shape here. You could do G6 9 if you want it more bossa nova-y. If you want to get more introspective, you do that cool shape we talked about earlier for the major 7 with the 5th on top. Again, that's how I'm thinking of it. But I'm going to grab this standard shape. Again, I want it playable. Okay, there we go. Let's just leave it at that for now. It gave you 3 options. That's pretty good to audition and see what works best for you. C major 7 with a D on top. Well, that's a 9. We could do add 9. A la Hendrix. Right. C, that's C add 9. It's not a true C major 9. C major 9, you'd be thinking E minor 7 with the C in the bass. But that'd be like this maybe. Or maybe this even. Okay. I'm gonna opt for the, or if you want a la Django, C6 9. And again, it's kind of, I shouldn't say I'm gonna try it out. That's pretty. You do got these little perfect fourths, thinking intervals. So that was a G major 7, C6 9, and then this song is very dense, by the way. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of chords every 2 beats, sometimes 3 chords. And you gotta get it like right here, newborn king. And that was A minor 9, F sharp half dim for the D7, D9, and then back to G major 7. Let's try that out and see if it's playable, the first phrase. I opted to grab the G6 9 and then C6 9. See, that's kind of a nice movement. Very Vince Guaraldi, if you know what I'm saying. This. Skating. Alright, let's not go there. We'll do skating on a separate lesson here, but that's Vince Guaraldi, Charlie Brown Christmas. So I opted for the G6 9 just to give it a little Vince Guaraldi reference, subconsciously, of course. G6 9, C6 9, and then these fourths, and then A minor 9, D9 without the bass. There it is if you want it, and then G major 7. Let's go on. Peace on Earth. Same thing, why not? That G major 7. I would appreciate it if they wrote G major 7 on the chart there on the word peace on, but you know, they're assuming you looked at the previous chord. Peace on. Now the F13, they wrote F13. They could have just said F7. It's actually not really correct. You don't need to do F13. The D's not in the melody. It's a G on the word earth. That's the 9. This is, again, whoever did this jazzy arrangement for Hal Leonard. They're subbing it out unless they're taking it from a recording in particular. I like that. Well, that's a little bit of a sub here, going into the E minor here. And we're just, again, I'm going to be reading it, but I might add some substitutions here as well, my own. So G major 7, F9, it says 13 on paper, but I would recommend F9. And this is, they little side slip there. They just want to say, hey, courtesy F sharp note, because, you know, the chord was F13, not F sharp, but F. That's why they give you the courtesy accidental. And then E minor 7. And that was just 3-5 grip shape. Now they should probably have put an A9 here on this chart to help us out on the word mild here. So that, because that's our 9. I'm also including a 13. F sharp. Now I'm auditioning. Do I want a flat 13? Or just set plain old 9? Or do I want to do the 9 over here? Again, we want to put it into context and see what flows best. Let's check it out, that phrase, peace on earth. flows well. Otherwise I have to go like this. I don't want to do that. So here. Okay. Let's keep going here. And again, I'm just going through my process here, and I'm giving you some other options. You might choose something else. F sharp minor 7 here. This was, by the way, that was a 2-5, E minor to A7. That's a 2-5 going to D. But instead, they subbed it out and went to the 3-6-2-5. 3-6-2-5-1. This part of the song modulated to the 5 chord, the D. So it's kind of went to the different region here, the 5, the dominant. So we have a 3-6-2-5-1, and that, you know, the F sharp minor is a substitute for the 1, for the D. It's like 1-6-2-5-1. So F sharp minor, but the melody note is a D. And by the way, I said F sharp minor, but I played an 11, this guy. Beautiful, kind of an open chord, stacked fourths. And then here's adding on the D on top. So you got this. That's pretty sweet, and that's basically D6-9, right? Just starting on the F sharp to get the bass note. If you want that, I'll leave it at that because I could grab the A here. Now the B7 with the A on top, probably grab it here. You're gonna see my cat Whiskey here in a second. Hopefully it won't get in the picture. And then this F sharp, and I don't think I want this one here. Let's check it out. Oh, that's doable. I think I want to do a sub though for this B7 here with the A, the flat 7. I'm just going to turn that F sharp minor into F sharp dim, and that creates a 2-5. And a fully dim 7, that will give us a flat 9. So let's check that out. That's what I want for sure. Voice leading. And then the next part on the E minor 7. This is E minor 9. Again, the book is not specific saying, they kind of are in some locations, but it's suggested, so you got to take those changes with a grain of salt and just use basic changes. However, E minor with the F sharp, that's a 9, E minor 9, and I'm doing G major 7, just without the 5th on top. Okay, we're right here. And then A7 with the E on top. I'm going to do that trick again, go straight to the 3rd. I'm going to do C sharp dim. That's maybe too dark. I'll do C sharp half dim. Again, check out my lessons on superimposing, thinking off the 3rd degree as your sub. That's just omitting the bass. A. Just going straight to the 3. That's the trick. But on a dominant chord, you either want half dim or fully dim. Fully dim's darker. It's especially good going to minor. But for this, just half dim and then D6. Let me try that. God and Sinners are here. Let's check it out. So we have this F sharp minor 11 with a D on top. That sounds pretty good. I'll leave it at that. Let's go on. Joyful. G major 7 grip shape. That's the 5th on top. I'll do it again. Again, we could have done G6-9. We could have done G major 7 like this. If you want that introspective sound, not an easy grab chord. I do want to use that chord. Actually, let's just go ahead and use it on the word all. So we'll do G major 7 like this. And then on the E minor with this D on top. It's very pretty, very kind of a little dark, but hey, why not? Oh, nice. You could just grab D and G right in that shape. This is a G major 7 inversion. Again, I highly recommend that you go through all my chord inversion lessons, G major 7, G major 7, G major 7, G major 7, and just keep working through those inversions on the top 4 strings. That's where you're going to be using them the most. I say master those. They're actually pretty playable. This one is a little bit tricky, however. And then now we're on Nation's Rise. I just kind of wanted to see what I would do without analyzing it too much. I went A minor 7. Then I took off the C on top. So it's just a B by itself. Then for the D9, I'm thinking F sharp minor 7 flat 5. With this B on top, which is a 13. And then this D9. Again, this is rootless. I'm not putting the D on there. We could have done it over here. You know, it's good to do them on different sets of strings. Let's check that out. That was pretty good. For the A minor, I might even done this. Like this. Yes, like I'm going to do. Stairway, right? Or you could even just do this as a quick hack. A minor like this. Use that open A. And then go to the B here. That would be probably the easiest. And then the D9. There, I chose to add the bass note in there. Okay, so I know I'm already coming up to my 20-minute mark here, but I'll keep going. I like that. Let's keep going here. Same thing, join the triumph here. That's, oh no, not the same thing. That's not F sharp. B minor 7. I'm going to do my same hack, bar across, get the D on top. If you wanted to, you could do this inversion. It's a little bit thinner, but I'm going to have it fuller. This is B minor 7 with a D on top, the third. It goes to the same voicing here if you want. Ooh, that's lush. And then this again, hack. And the same thing. Why not? That's sweet. C major 7 here. And that's, you can, if you wanted the bass, you'd have to do this. I don't care about the bass so much. It's a little bit thinner. And I just hit the chord with the first note, then the melody by itself on beat 2, and then the chord again on beat 3. Something I do often. And then B minor 7 inversion, third on top. A minor 7 with the third on top. Again, know your inversions. E7 flat 9 with a B on top. Whenever you see dominant flat 9, I hope you know the thing diminish. That gives you that flat 9. G sharp dim in this case. But you could put the E in the bass if you wanted to. Again, I use all 5 fingers when I'm doing solo guitar. And then A minor 7 backed. You got the open A in the bass. Let's check out that part again. Okay, if you don't want the bass, that's fine too. I was realizing you just do this. It's like a counter melody. Check it out with the chord. And then maybe slap the bass on beat 4. Oh, we're getting close. Let's not do the repeat, obviously. We'll just kind of finish it out here. D9, Christ is Born. There's D9, kind of the go-to shape here, a la Django, right? Just without the bass. Don't worry so much about the bass notes, especially chord melody style. It's great for ukulele, too, if you're a uke player. Top 4 strings, I always say. D9. Now it says D9/C. I'm not worried about the bass right now. We can do a separate version or fill out the bass. This is D6. It's just B minor 7, but that's a sub. B minor 7 is D6. D6 could be dominant, could be major, it doesn't matter. There's no 7. So check it out. Grab the melody, the 8th note. B minor 7 with a third on top. Or this shape. If you wanted it fuller, you have 2 options here. Or this one. Let's check it out in context. Let's see. That's pretty good. That's pretty playable. This one. That's thinner. It's nice too. Let's check it out again. I like that. And then the G note in is right there. But the next chord is A minor 7, and this finger doesn't really help me out too much, so I better refinger it to this shape. That's that C triad with the A in the bass, A minor 7. Okay. So I better plan that out if I were working out my arrangement like this. Right here. See, I got my first finger here ahead of time. Let's try that again. 2-5-1, A minor 7, D7, you guessed it, F sharp half dim sub. That adds a nice leading tone to the G major 7 with a third on the top. Grip shapes, okay? Hopefully you got that. Let's try that again. That was nice. Okay, we're almost done here. C major 7. Again, notice the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you can thump out the basic filler. Let's do that again now. C major 7, B minor 7, A minor 7, G sharp dim, A minor 7, bass. We're almost done here. Last phrase. Looks like the phrase we just did. Maybe I'll do diminish here. I'm pretending I'm taking the third ending just to end it finally, and then G6. There we go. Let's try that last part. Glory to the newborn King. And that's plain old G6 if you want to. G6 9, bossa nova chord. You know, as an ending chord. Let's try that again. Sorry, sloppy. And then one more time, a little bit slower. And I did take the third ending there. That's a fermata sign. You just do it freely, rubato, and just in harmonics maybe on the 15th fret. I'm just doing some artificial harmonics. I'm going to put a diminish sub on the D7 here. So instead of F sharp half dim, F sharp fully dim. A la Django, right? I always say. So we have this. Let's try it right here. You know what I'm going to do. I couldn't resist. And then G6, 9. Voila, there's your solo guitar chord melody arrangement in 20 minutes. All you need to do is to make sure you know your grip shapes, your inversions, some theory on reading the melody notes, you know, analyzing it, and then some subs and hacks, you know, these little 2-5-1 like this. 2-5-1. Maybe this. 2-5-1. Or it could be this. 2-5-1. Like we did down here, 2-5-1. So again, these little movements, that's why you got to put it into song, or rather, that's why you got to look at songs, and you'll see these common type of movements. Then you can apply them to any jazz standard